Hi, I'm Arno Rosenfeld, a reporter at The Forward, where I covered debates over Israel on college campuses. Following the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel and subsequent war in Gaza, I started hearing the same question from many of our readers. Who's behind Students for Justice in Palestine? I knew a bit of the answer. It's mostly students who participate in individual campus clubs, not a national organization like Hillel. But there was no clear history or overview of SJP on the internet. Pro-Israel organizations had published dossiers on the network, but they often gave contradictory and slanted information about its origins. And student leaders know what the network is today, but not necessarily about its past. So I set about reporting. I spoke with current leaders of the national network and the people who helped build it 15 years ago, and then I dug through the archives to learn about its start as a club at UC Berkeley in the 1990s. I also talked with Osama Qasim, who founded the club in 1993, but had never given an interview about its origins. SJP actually began as a moderating voice at Berkeley. There was a 1995 protest where demonstrators from the Muslim Students Association were chanting, "We are Hamas," and Hillel students are yelling back at them. And then SJP has a table off to the side saying, "We're just opposed to Israeli settlements and the occupation, but we want a peace agreement." And even in the early 2000s, during the Second Intifada, there were pockets of collaboration. SJP attended a vigil against anti-Semitism at Hillel, and one of the SJP organizers appeared on a Hillel panel about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Today, this kind of collaboration isn't just hard to imagine, it would literally violate the policies of both Hillel and SJP, which have both hardened their positions over the past decade. Some SJP members celebrated October 7th, for example, while others condemned it or mourned the loss of life on both sides. And the backlash is also much more extreme than it used to be. Members of the network faced doxing trucks and blacklists, and one Jewish leader of the club told me that his parents had even received death threats as a result of his activism. At the same time, as members of SJP watched the death toll in Gaza mount, violence that they consider to be genocide, it's hard for them to see the benefit of scaling back their rhetoric. I go into all of these issues and much more of the history and current operations in the story that's up now at forward.com, which I hope you'll go take a few minutes to read and learn a little bit more about, what we're seeing on campus today.